Yo, what's the deal? The king is back once again. Praise Yeshua HaMashiach. So there's just gonna be a lot of information, a lot of things that I've been seeing and going through. I'm gonna start off with, if you guys can hear that in the background, it's my fans because it's been hot and you have to use either AC or a fan or whatever. But the electricity in your home is being, it's 60 hertz plus the Lily wave is writing that. And if you go on somebody's channel, anybody's channel, you're gonna wanna click on the little icon. So as you can see, it says Old Spice or whatever. There's the little icon to the left, and that's where you would click. So just let's say for this person's channel, card shuffler, right? So where it says videos, you go right there and it's gonna show you the most recent videos that they posted from top to bottom. So for instance, my channel, it wouldn't show you it like this, or maybe it will, I don't know. Yeah, it would. So in the home, it would probably show you, I'm not sure if it would show you this, it probably show you something else, something different. But these are the recent most videos that I've posted, and the views are different on somebody else's phone. I can see the views are a lot different. And the Lily wave, you guys want to watch this. And mind reading technology 1 and 2, electricity of life is good. All these videos are pretty much good. They talk about a lot of different stuff, a lot of positive and a lot of scientific stuff that even researchers have been, putting out there. The knowledge is power, and once you know this kind of stuff, you kind of know where the world is going. And it kind of makes me think, just like scripture, it says that Lucifer, he used to be, I guess, like the main composer or something about music. He was like the best at music or whatever the hell. And so why do you think that they changed the frequencies from music being a natural frequency of 432 hertz, which is the natural frequency of the earth, and they changed it to 440 hertz or something around there, which isn't natural in the frequency realm? And if you look at how they're trying to control everything, they're doing the bidding of evil. And if this was such a free country, right? If this was such a place that, God doesn't exist, how can you prove God exists? Look at what the people are doing. They're doing stuff like the evil that Lucifer wants them to do. Why would they go through so much lengths and change so many things? Change music, change the frequency, change the air. It's like he's trying to change everything that God has done. All of his perfection, trying to change it to imperfection, pretty much. And if you do your research and you look into some of the stuff that I'm talking about, it's actual facts. It's not just craziness. It's not, some stuff that we're just imagining. these people are being manipulated, also we are, to do evil tasks and live an evil life. And I refuse to contribute to it. So literally, if you don't want the things of the world, you have to ignore it completely and utterly ignore it. But you cannot deny it's there. You have to speak the truth. You have to seek people that seek the truth. So right now I'm wearing earplugs as we speak, because they're focusing frequencies and magnetic fields through the electricity on the roofs of your home and stuff like that. It's just, if you actually had the equipment to test your home, you would be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. So, as a targeted individual, they're focusing way more of this stuff on us. So what I found helpful is to wear earplugs when you sleep and stuff like that. And also what I found helpful is texting yourself important stuff that you think about. So like rotating magnets. That was a helmet that I was thinking of magnets that rotate. They stay in motion. So that, I don't know, I guess they're not able to focus frequencies on you, and the magnetic field is always changing. If something always stays in motion, how are they supposed to focus energy on it? That's just an idea that I had. And, dry wood, trees, they block a lot of frequencies, a lot of bad EMFs and stuff like that. So, if you want to put plants in your home, it's a good idea. So they keep you asleep in a deep sleep. It's called REM sleep, and that's usually what I get. So in Facebook and like, hold on, I'm gonna go back to this because you guys are gonna be reading in the background. So Facebook and like any video, any phone that's perped, they can focus frequency sound at you and try to cause you to focus on that sound. It's pretty much, it's high pitched at a certain frequency to capture your brain, pretty much, or capture your thought and capture you, like to pay attention to it, pretty much. It's just techniques that they can use. For instance, to use earplugs would help that. It doesn't mean you always have to wear them, because they can't constantly do it to you. Just because it affects you at one time, if you stay focused on other things, it doesn't really bother. You don't even really pay attention to it. And especially when you know what's going on, you can easily expose it. So Facebook, people that are involved in all this crap, they'll have people, the AI can change the scenes in something that you're watching for them to do things that they wouldn't do in that scene. So the people live on Facebook, they could literally see you through your screen. They can see, if you have a camera, it's even better. They don't have to, because I use tape on my cameras, so they don't have to look at the screen, because they can see you even with your cameras covered. And then, so it's a lot of factors that can, with the magnetic fields and everything that they have into place, it's to pretty much collect information. RNM, remote neural monitoring, like it's everything in one. They're trying to, control everything. And we have to think if, it starts from what we eat, and we have to take steps in order, which it's hard because it's all around us in the air. It's, the 5G, the Wi-Fi, everything. It's all being used, and to actually get off the grid, it's hard because you have to do a lot of things in order to get off the grid. You would have to get rid of your smartphone. You would have to start eating differently. You would have to cleanse your water. You'd have to do all kinds of things. And if you can't do that, then the other option is to wear earplugs, to mess up those senses. Not so that you can hear, because you can still hear. It's just different. So if you don't literally look at them, you're driving in your car. If you're a passenger, and this only works if you're a passenger because it's more harder to do it when you're driving and you can get into an accident. But if you don't pay attention to the cars, literally don't even look at the cars. Don't look at the people. Don't even focus on them because they need your focus. That's one way paid. And when you don't focus on them, you're unconditioning yourself. So when you go out, your mind isn't telling you, look over here, look over there. It's just pretty much, they have to kind of guess when you're going to look up. They have to kind of time it right. And it's more harder for them to time that when you're not focused on them. And when you know patterns that they take, when they know that you're walking directly down the street and you have no choice but to look forward, they're going to try to target your senses by pulling out and coming in front of you and stupid shit like that. It's really petty, which annoys some people more, especially me, because I'm just like, dude, who cares if they pass? Like, but honestly, I just don't want them to get paid. Like, if they're gonna be coming in front of me, like, I don't have to pay attention to them. And anyways, it feels better, like when you don't look at them, because they feel like if they're powerful or smart in some kind of way, when really these people are so ignorant, like beyond belief. So just don't even focus on these people, because they're already beat. Yeshua, he's already won, and the devil's just a sore loser, and he's got all these people working for them like little puppets. All right, and like it says in scripture, do not fight. You're not fighting against flesh and blood, but principalities and spiritual things in high places. So I've been reading my scripture more, so I'm more centered, and I'm trying to do right by the Most High, and he's been showing me a lot of stuff, and I just want to keep going down that narrow path to wherever it leads, and I'm not afraid of talking about anything. I have no fear anymore by facing this program, facing these people, and being able to look on still at the better side of everything. It's the love of Yeshua can conquer anything. And I walk in love and I live in love, even though these people try to upset you, and they, when you leave your house, they're like already putting these negative energies on you. And that's why you gotta stick close to the Most High, or something that you feel is powerful to you. Love is God. So even if you're not that strong a believer, if you trust in love and you trust in something that's positive, it's a good thing. And don't let them change you. Don't let them make you into this better person, or to pretty much make you like them. So you don't want to be on the same frequency level. You don't want to be on the same same things that they dwell in, and they like doing. They like lying, they like deceit, they like cheating, they like the things of this world. So when you don't focus on the world and you focus on God, you got them beat because you already beat the devil. Now they're just, it's the end game. He just wants to corrupt everything. Music, the air, the water, everything that God has created, they are tampering with because they do not want us to be close to Him at all. Even if they change scripture, they've had to do so much and they're still doing it to control it because He wants to feel in control. Or some freaking people do whatever. Even if, whatever, the devil's not real or evil's not real, people are just evil. Bullshit. Okay, so why is it that they're evil? If there's evil, there's good. And what? People are just made good or evil, or they choose to be, or, there's not a higher purpose to everything. I mean, if you really think about it, it's just hard to explain. And if you know in your heart and your gut that there's something more to this life than how these people are so easily controlled, there's somebody pulling the strings. And from what I believe, it has to be more than just evil and good people. I trust that there's a higher purpose, a more spiritual side to it. And, I'm just going to keep on reaching and trying to reach those people that God has called. And I'm going to keep on, there's no money. There's nothing that they can offer me that I want. Yeah, I live in low income city, and I don't care. I don't want to be rich. I mean, it'll be nice to have things, but I don't care about that. That doesn't matter to me. I want to build tangible things. I want to be around people that I care about, that care about me. And I want to build relationships. I want to be there for people. And I don't want it to only be one way. I'm not asking for paradise. I'm not asking for a miracle. I'm just asking for people to look into their self the way that Yeshua has created them and serve Him. Really serve Him. Not no half-ass shit, because a lot of people that know the truth aren't to walk in truth. They serve two sides. They serve the devil in secret, and they try to be good, and that's never going to work. They're afraid of the backlash of telling the truth, of really being 100%. And that's why I post up everything. I don't hide it. I'm telling you guys what I do. I'm telling you guys, everything. And then some people know already because they're with the freaking program and stuff, and they see. So there's not really nothing I'm hiding. It's all out there either way. And this is the truth. This is what I speak. This is how I feel. There's no bullshit to it. I'm not trying to get paid. If you Google my YouTube, you Google gang stalking or targeted individuals, you will not find one of my videos on the search suggestions. Even though I'm tagging my videos to gang stalking and targeted. And we do not consent, hashtag gang stalking, hashtag we do not consent. You can't find any of my videos. Why do you think that is? The real ones, and I'm not saying other people ain't real, but I'm just saying in my case, they don't want me to be heard. They don't want me to speak the truth. So like I said, they can see through your screen, so it doesn't matter if you cover your cameras, they screen. Okay? The voltage in your appliances, they're focusing certain voltages, and with the Lily Wave, like I said, look for a video. It's called Watch This, and it's called Lily Wave. So I was thinking about a app, like a hacker or something, or somebody we can get on to be, that's on our side, and to give them our IP, to give them that information, and they're able to monitor us from, because if somebody's monitoring us, they're capturing our signal, they're capturing our data, whatever, and they're sharing it. Once it goes from one end to another, I think it's collected, so there's no way to actually, track it. You can't track your data and where it's going. But I mean, if we had the protection of, real-time protection where somebody's watching that we trust, kind of like an antivirus or something like that. But I mean, it's just a thought. I'm just saying, because in this world, people are always trying to make money. They don't care about your privacy. They're only just trying to share your information. But if we did actually have a service that would help us like that, it would be cool. But, that's for future reference. So there needs to be a constant frequency being emitted toward you in order to feed, a live feed to their phone, to their TV, whatever. If they're actually picking up some kind of information, there has to be a continuous frequency. Your brain has to hear, something, or even if it's just being directly focused at your brain, bypassing the ear. But you see, there's a lot of factors to it. So if you're blocking your ears, you're closing your eyes, they don't have visuals, they don't have sound. Okay? And if you buy a helmet from Robert Stanson, then that's even better. So you can listen to frequencies 432 hertz while you're going to bed. You have to buy a separate like an iPod or something like that doesn't have data connection, because they can change the frequencies. They can change them. There's also another YouTube channel. I think it's called Spooky 2, and you guys can check it out. They use I think it's RF frequency, and there's a lot of healing properties in that. And also another video that I uploaded, it also talks about I think electrical healing properties. But there's a lot of stuff about grounding. There's a lot of stuff about healing. And I'm going to talk about, like cilantro. I think you can boil it. And there's another ingredient, if I find out. There's another TI, his name's Stan, that told me about this. It takes out a lot of heavy metals in the body. You can get unfluoridated toothpaste and stuff like that. But see, when you start using stuff like that, you're going to have to start cleansing your water. So if you're just cleansing one thing, you're still getting those bad stuff from other things. I mean, if it has to do with food, then, I do commend that you should do that. Yeah, food is good. But if you're just going to use, unfluoridated toothpaste, it's not going to really matter, because your water's still fluoridated, so it doesn't matter. You got to take the whole thing. You got to get the whole spectrum and knock it out. You can't just focus on one thing and be like, okay, but still be consuming it. It doesn't make sense. So you got to be smart. So on a spiritual aspect, like say you're emitting off of vibration, right? Your body is vibrating, but not technically. And then there's a bunch of vibrations around you of people, frequencies, Wi-Fi, and stuff like that. And they're focusing this negative energy on you, constantly beating down at your vibration. So they need to constantly keep you at, you know, beating down your vibration because they don't like it. They don't like when you feel strongly about music, when you're dancing and you really feel the music like a real good song that you like, and you feel like really moved by it and you feel the energy and stuff like that. They can feel that. I've seen perps that like sitting next to me in a car or whatever, and like I'm really into the music and they'll want to speed off and like drive away because they want you to be in a negative state. They want you to be in stress and stuff like that, and that boosts them up. But when you're in a positive state, when you're feeling the music and you're, you know, doing anything positive, pretty much they don't like it for some reason. It's weird, but that's another thing. So I believe that TIs need a mandatory regimen every day. um, I feel if you're more on the spiritual side, you always have to put God first. That's mandatory. I think that we need to eat better. We need to have certain things that we're taking, like to take out the heavy metals and stuff like that, because it would lessen your targeting. But the way that they're doing it, I think that they're using an electromagnetic field is the main aspect of everything, and they're trying to amplify it to focus that field on our brain so that our brain is it's emitting a stronger electromagnetic field. Um, and that's just what I think. I'm not sure, but just from what things that I see and that I put together, that's what I assume right now. Um, so yeah, that's that. Let's see here. All right, so these are a few channels that I found. Um, I like to collect a lot of stuff, and if I feel like they're good to, if I feel like they're good for someone else, I feel like they should check them out. The Crow House, he's really good. Um, the Hated One, also another really good, a really good YouTube channel. They're very informational, a lot of good stuff. UAP, it's more like conspiracy theory, but good information. I'm not sure about this channel. I haven't checked it out too much, but it seemed interesting to me. Flat Earth Paradise, another conspiracy. Amid, I'm not sure. I think it's more like knowledge. Affected Collective. Merciful Servant. You Are Creators. And then these are just apps that I've seen. But that's that. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? I just like to cram all this stuff that I learned, because the longer you're in this, the more smarter you get, the more you can help people. And that's all I'm here to do. I'm not trying to install any type of fear. I'm not trying to try to make you believe something that isn't true. Everything that I speak, everything that I say is 100% facts, and it's happening to a lot of people. Just because it's not happening to you doesn't make that it's real. Doesn't make that it's not real. Alright, this stuff is really happening, and I can guarantee that it is. And one day it might happen to you. So don't be surprised when it does. Because they don't care. They'll target anybody that they feel is a threat. The system's corrupt. It's ran by a bunch of corrupt people. And I'm gonna try to help as much as I can. and exposing and helping other people. I'm communicating with a lot of other TIs. I just met with one today, and I'm gonna keep doing what I need to be doing. That what God's put into my heart. I recently got a book from a friend. I'm gonna shout him out. My buddy Kin. Thanks, brother, for sending me this book, Prayers That Rout Demons. It's by John Eckhart, and it's pretty good. I've been reading it and getting into prayer and reading, and it's a big help to have Yeshua on your side, and to just pretty much, when you know his love and you're really personal with him, he takes anything away that you're struggling with, and he just fills you with this peace of mind, peace of heart. Most of the time, once he changes you a certain way, you can't go back. You can't live life in sin comfortably, because he will keep convicting you, he will keep showing you, and he will keep pressing you, because you're chosen. And some of us that are in this program weren't just put here by accident. Some of us were actually chosen, are actually chosen. Some people get just put in, they get whatever reasons, but most of the factor that the people that get put in this program is because they like to speak the truth. They don't want to deal with people that are liars, that they go by certain standards, and then they get thrown in this program because they have standards. So, who knows? Maybe we're all chosen. I don't know what exactly God's plan is. All I know is that I'm looking for people that are the same like us, that are willing to stand and fight for what they believe in, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. Just building relationships, and I'm trying to uplift people. I'm not trying to keep people down. I don't talk behind people's backs. I don't have time for none of that. I don't have time for none of the tricks that the devil tries to pull. This is the world, and it's a big stage full of actors. And I'm not acting. This is real life. This is 100%. And I'm going to give it my best. And I hope somebody out there is listening and heeds the calling of Yeshua and understands what I'm saying, because he leads me. And I hope and pray for all that are struggling and going through a lot of hard times, because we all are. And just stay strong, never give up. And let's start making progress. Let's start speaking to each other. Let's start expressing our ideas, actually meeting in person from the areas that we live in. That's the only way we're going to see progress, if we start to stand up and actually do something about it. Because talking on YouTube and on the phone and stuff like that, it takes work. And first you communicate, then you meet, then you actually go out there and you protest. If you really want to see change, you have to be bold, and you have to make waves. You have to make waves, and you have to be noticed by the masses, because that's the only way you're gonna create big enough waves for people to see. If you just speak, online, a lot of people hear you. They're gonna sit home and be like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna do nothing about it. It's too big for us, whatever. Like it says in scripture, he gave us powers over serpents and scorpions, and over the principalities of darkness. So, if Yeshua gave us power, We need to use that power. And we need to represent, the Most High. And we need to represent the light and carry that light and let that shit shine. Excuse my language, but we gotta stand up. I'm tired of talking. We need to meet. I'm already meeting with a lot of other TIs. And if you ain't on the same boat, if you think that everybody's fake, for the right ones, you have to keep on just cutting, and the snakes will run out. And you gotta keep on just persisting and keep those people that are willing to stand. Those are the ones you want around you, because if people, their fruits are shown by their works. So if they're not putting in no work, they're not gonna show any fruitful, progress. So those are the people you want to work with. Those are the people that are willing to stand, are the ones that are willing to fight, are the true TIs. Because people that just want to talk all day and talk about targeting and blah, 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 they're never going to get nothing done. If you hear people speaking about, let's do something, let's meet up, let's come with strategies, and they start putting ideas out there, start putting information that you can be used, because everybody has a purpose. Everybody can contribute a certain way. Prayer, whether it be whatever. If we have our prayers, we have people that are more tech savvy. We have people that are, whatever. We need to build our community. And I can see it possible, but we have to start moving fast, because we're living in the end times and we don't have a lot of time left. So before they really crack down on people and our rights are really stripped from us, because we still do have a little bit of freedom, just a little bit, enough to work with, but that's not going to last long. So you guys really need to stand up and step up to the plate, because this crap's only going to get worse. And if we don't make a move, it's going to be harder for us down the line. Just keep the faith, man. Keep praying, keep reading. Strengthen yourself is the only thing you can do. In the meantime, if you don't know what to do, you don't know how to stand, you don't know, Yeshua will show you. He will give you the power. He'll give you the cajones to freaking do what you need to do. So if you don't know, you're lost, you don't know your way, look to scripture, meditate on his words. You take the S and the word words and you put it in front, it spells sword. All right, words are like a sword. Praise Yeshua HaMashiach. God bless everybody in the name of Yahuwah or Yehoshua. Keep on keeping on.